everybody, my name is Karen. I am one of the counselors here at Plexuss. I am here to present to you the strategies to improve and maintain grades workshop. So let's go ahead and get started. So let's start off with why is it important to keep your grades up? Admission counselors value improvement. Let's say you did not do too well your first 2 years of high school, but you did amazing on your last few years. Admission counselors or representatives, they love looking at your growth and improvement. It makes you a good candidate for college applications. The better grades you have, the higher chance you have of getting accepted to your dream school. Scholarships. A lot of scholarships have academic requirements. Maybe some can be like you have to have a 3.0 GPA in order to apply. So you have to look at the requirements of the scholarships, or some maybe even require you to have a specific grade in a class or something. So just read the requirements before you apply to scholarships, and it can make you a good candidate as well. Earnings. Your grades can impact your lifetime earnings. So this goes for mostly college courses that you have taken, because sometimes companies that you apply to sometimes require you to submit college transcripts. But even though if you are still in high school, it is still important to keep your grades up, because you never know if somebody may ask for your high school transcript in the future. And of course, it's important to keep your grades up because you make yourself proud. You feel happier and you feel more confident you are doing well in school. Let's start off with tip number 1, which is study. So when you study, you feel more prepared, of course, and you feel like you really know the material. A good form of studying is in study groups, so you can talk with your friends to see if they are willing to devote some of their time into studying for a class or a test, and try to make this a regular thing. So maybe form a schedule with them, put it in your calendar, or do something like that so you can be able to form these study groups. Stop procrastinating. It is never a good idea to just cram the material the day before. Take your time with assignments and take your time in studying for an important exam. Explore your learning style. Try to explore the different study techniques that help you in memorizing the material, but that better help you in better understanding the material as well. Tip number 2, listen and participate in class. When you do, you will gain a better understanding of the material. Take good notes while you are listening to the teacher or professor, and it will also show the teacher that you are interested in the material. Tip number 3, ask for help. A form that you can ask, or a form of help that you can get, is tutoring. You can go ahead and hire a tutor for a subject you are unclear about, ask your teachers, talk with a student, or explore online for someone that seems to have a good knowledge about the subject in which you are struggling. Office hours. Teachers sometimes have office hours for students to be able to go to them and ask them any questions they may have. If they don't have office hours, ask if you can book an appointment with them. Ask questions. This can be when you are participating in class, during office hours, during your lunch break, etc. And study tips. You can ask, a form of asking for help is, or something that you can do to ask for help is ask for some study tips. What are some study tips that the teacher recommends for that specific subject? After all, the teachers are the experts in the subject, and they also went to college, so they should know about some great tips. Tip number 4, be organized. Here are a few strategies you can use to be organized. First, use a planner. This will help you in writing out your deadlines, knowing what is due when, important dates to consider, etc. Build a schedule. If you're a busy person, you have extracurriculars you have to attend, you have a job, you go ahead and build a schedule so you can know exactly when you are busy and when is your free time. And you can also add some study hours in maybe your calendar, your schedule, whatever you are using to build a schedule, so you can know when should you study and when you have time to study. time management, and balance. The strategies I just mentioned are a form of time management and balance, so know how to balance your time between all these commitments you have. Tip number 5. Be positive. It does not help if you are feeling down and not optimistic about your grades. It is important to never give up. If you are positive, you can boost your confidence. For example, you know you have a test coming up or a class that you are failing. Being positive can help with being confident that you are not going to fail this exam. Optimism. You don't always want to think, oh, I'm going to fail this class, I will never boost my GPA, because those are negative thoughts. Remaining optimistic helps you keep a positive mind that you are going to do great in your academics. Not giving up. As I mentioned, don't think that just because you did not do well the first time, you will never do good again. Try again and keep trying, and use the tips I mentioned before and the tips I mentioned in the slide in order to do well, in order to boost up your grades and boost up your GPA or get the grade that you want. Finally, just to end this workshop, I want you all to make a goal. You can go ahead and pause the video if you would like to work on it right now, or you can wait to make your goal once this workshop has ended. So here are some sentence templates you can use in order to do that. You can also create your own template if these don't apply to your goal, and just some examples to give you an idea of how to use these sentences. Like for the first one, I will maintain / get a better grade in English class by asking the teacher to proofread my essay before submitting the exam. And an example for the second one could be, I'll prepare for my chemistry exam by forming a study group with my classmates. Or for the third one, I will go to office hours to be successful in math class. So those are just some examples of how you can use these sentences. Of course, you can go ahead and write what you would like to be successful in, or make your own sentence template if you would like. And you can also be more specific in your sentences, like state which grade you would like to get or anything like that. So you can go ahead and pause the video if you would like. If not, you can go ahead and stay until the end of the workshop. We have reached the end of the workshop. Before I leave, I want to let you all know to please download our Plexuss app. If you download our app, you will be able to get instant notifications from my counselor. You can go ahead and download it on the App Store and Google Play. And we will also very much appreciate it if you rate it and review our app. We appreciate any feedback you are able to give us. And also chat with my counselor if you have any questions regarding this workshop, or you have any questions about your specific journey to higher education. All right, so I hope this workshop was very useful to you all. I hope I informed you all on tips for strategies on maintaining your grades and improving your grades as well. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye.